Say hi.
Really? What up, though? Welcome to another episode of Taking the Stage. I'm the math guy, Steve. This is
Paige.
Paige, babe. This is Stephen the Third.
Of course.
Okay, yeah. He decided he wants. You look excited. Okay. You excited to be here on the podcast?
You excited?
This ain't your first time. You've been in like 3, 4, 5 times. I don't know. All right, so Paige, babe, what's the news of the day?
The news of the day is that we get 4-day weekend.
4-day weekend.
Yes.
Okay, I agree.
I'm tired.
I would say news of the day is the fact that my wife is now an acting lawyer. Okay, so
well, don't say it like that.
Okay, all right. So hear me out.
Student attorney.
Student attorney,
Yes.
Officially.
Yes.
Okay.
Real
yes.
clients out
Sworn in and everything.
Yes.
That version. Okay. All right. So, that is something to be rather proud of.
I
From
am.
her end and from my end. Proud of her.
Long time coming, but it feels very like it's very quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so sudden.
So just preparing for that new version of this journey, a new portion of it. So yeah, okay, all right. Anything else? The news of the day. What we got going on? A lot of work, a lot of school.
Yeah, we always have like a lot going on. A lot with cut that out. We always have a lot going on. A lot with, not just us, but like our relationships, like outside of us and stuff like that. It's just always moving.
Non-stop.
Yes.
Never
non-stop.
not moving.
Right.
Yes. Always events and church stuff and family stuff and all that. So, on today's episode, what I want to try to do is, so we're going to play a couples game.
Okay, I'm down.
Couples game, okay?
Yes.
All right, so I remember young sir, when we had our meeting, he said, well, this is me imitating him. As a single young black man, I don't even know how to do his voice. I don't know.
Because that's not how he sounds.
I'm sure it's not.
You make him sound like he's from like Bridgerton.
Yeah. Okay, that's not how I meant to make him sound. Anyway, but he did say as a single man, he's curious, or he would like to hear more about how we interact on a daily basis and more about us and our in-depth, even though he knows us rather
Right.
closely. But just more about that. And so this game is really just going to be random questions that both of us are asking just about couples stuff. Okay, so this is the couples podcast.
Get to know you couples edition.
Yeah. And podcast Get to Know Us.
Right.
If it's something that we already know about each other. That type of thing, okay? Sound good?
Yeah, I'm down.
Nice. Okay. So.
Am I down? Let's see.
Oh, well, I don't know. Some of these might be rough questions. I don't know.
Okay, let's see.
We're about to see. Okay. First question says, and we both answer each of these. What would you say you are most passionate about? Most passionate.
You
if you have to choose one. I'll let you go first. I'll ask the questions. You go first, then I'll answer as well.
Okay. What would you say you are most passionate about? I would say that currently, well, no, not currently, but I would say that what I am most passionate about is, I would say that I am most passionate about improvement in like all facets of my life.
Okay.
Because I don't know, for me, it's like if I'm always presenting the best version of myself, like showing up for myself, like for me, showing up as best as I can for the kids, showing up as best as I can for you, showing up as best as I can for like my family, my friends, or anybody I come across, like strangers. Like if I'm presenting myself like, you know, as a fully like whole person and being as truthful as I can be and real with myself, I think that that's what I'm most passionate about, because that's that in that space I'm the happiest, and like that's where I like to, you know, keep me. That's my baseline right there.
That's literally you living your best life. Is living in that improvement every chance you get.
So yes, I am most passionate about just not so much of like staying the same, but like always finding ways where I can kind of like improve myself so that I can be the best version of myself for people around me. Because that makes me happy. It doesn't feel as draining.
Yeah.
When you are your authentic self.
Yeah. Because then you can be around them all the time if you want to, and
people thrive off of that. You really don't know who is. Excuse me. You really don't know who is like looking at you, listening to you, seeing how you like move and stuff like that. So that's one part of it. But then also like I know I have these kids who are also like, I'm responsible for them. I'm responsible for how they turn out when they're older. So, you know, how they see me interact with not only them, but how I interact with you, how I interact with those around me also affects them. And then that goes to say for everyone else too, how people see me interact and move on my you know, in my normal daily life.
So making sure you're a great example for not only just the people that you're around, but also people that are in contact in any way.
And not just like being an example for the sake of being an example, but I want it to be real, like authentic.
The right example, the right version of it.
Yes.
I'm with you. And I think I know that you actually do thrive in those moments where you can show, okay, I've improved, and and others can. Okay, listen, this is the lesson that I learned, and let me guide you along. But you don't do it in that way. You don't. So like, okay, that goes with mine. So mine is, I think, I'm most passionate about teaching. Now, teaching a lesson, right? And that stems from, not stems from, but that goes with my children, with my spouse, with my church family, with my job. I'm just passionate about teaching, and more specifically, passionate about people learning. Yeah. I think that's where the actual I love teaching so that people can learn, right? And so that goes along with what you're saying, where it's kind of you're passionate about. Okay, I've learned, I've grown, I've bettered myself, and I can thrive in that betterment. And other people can also see where the growth is, and they can learn from it and be influenced by it. And I think that's the same thing, right? It's just that seeing other people learn from what I've gone through, what I am, and where I'm going to be, those versions of myself, I live in it. And so, sitting down teaching Mel a certain concept, and then seeing her learn it, and I know she's learned it because she says it or she does it later, right? Or she expresses someone later. I'm like, nice. Like that just hits your soul a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say that's mine. Okay, next question. Okay. What's your biggest fear? Fear is a weird word. I know. What is?
Because we went through like a lot of stuff last time with the whole end of the world thing. I chose end of the world, but the end of me.
Okay. Last week on Earth as well.
Yes, last week on Earth.
Yes.
My biggest fear. There are so many things you can bounce back from. So I would say that my biggest fear would be failing the kids. because that carries on like into their like childhood, teenage years, adult years, and like forever basically for them. So it's not just like something that falls on me that I can kind of correct.
Yeah.
And like sometimes,
or that you can at least handle. Okay, I just failed there. Like, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Oh.
Well, no, that's mine. Mine was going to be just failure in the goals that I have, and that's the main goal, right? That these children.
Because I feel like you could bounce back from like just things that happen to you in life, because these things are happening to you, and you can kind of like reconcile certain things like in your heart and in your mind.
Exactly.
But when it's affecting other people and like they didn't ask for it, it's just, I mean, who am I to tell you when to get over something or how to grow from something and things like that? It's like in my mind, like I would probably want to work as hard as I could to try to fix it. Yeah. But I have no control over how that happens. Yeah. And so that would be my biggest fear, because that would be something that I can't just go ahead and get past.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would say that and the reason I bring this up is because I've had to do the same with my dad specifically. And that is so me as a dad now, I'm trying my hardest. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't work exactly how I planned in my head, I can't destroy myself thinking it should have gone this way. Because I know I'm doing the best I can.
No, I'm feeling as in like being like toxic, like abandonment, negligence, things like that. All right, that's what I mean. And then like trying to come back later on and being like, but I did kind of love you. Like, no. That's the type of, I'm talking about like extremes. I think that like you and your dad, you guys both had like a lot of growth that went on like on both sides. So that's just normal like parent,
child
that you would
thing.
Have going on. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I clarified what I meant by, because it says fear, and that's, I mean, and then failure is such a broad spectrum of what failure can be. You can fail a test and get an A in the class, right? So, I just want to clarify what that meant.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, to me anyway, when I said
no, I meant like extreme cases, like where you just so far going into your own thing to where you don't even recognize what's going on. Yeah. And then by the time that you do, it's kind of too late. Yeah. Or some people do recognize what's going on. They just don't know how to start.
Or some don't care. But yeah. Or don't know how to remedy it.
I would just, pray that I always have like discernment when it comes to them, and that I kind of have that, I guess, wherewithal to really like look at them with concern. Yeah. Even if it seems like they don't need it.
I do want to clarify. I didn't say my dad failed me. That's not what that's not.
You did.
No, I did not. It's okay. I just was clarifying what I meant by what failure was in my head. Okay.
No, I think you probably just thought like tumultuous relationships, but I meant like failure.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want either one of those for my child, but I didn't mean. Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. Okay, another one. Okay, if you could achieve one life goal, just one life goal, what would it be?
I want to hear yours first.
Okay, one life goal. So I think, the way I framed this question is not specifically about my children or excluding the children out of this. Mm-hmm. Meaning, of course, my one life goal would be to raise my children to be great humans and respect their creator. Mm-hmm. So so I took that off the table.
Is that really a goal, or should that be a duty?
Our duties goals.
Duties are more like responsibilities.
You're responsible for doing it, but isn't that a goal? A mini goal?
Like, is it your goal to take a bath, or is it your duty to take a bath? Like,
Okay. All right.
That's
okay.
how I would think about it. It's like, duh.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're not even including that in the first place because not even a goal.
I probably would.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I didn't frame this in. Again, there are life goals outside of that, even outside of marriage. I didn't frame it in that either. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, if you're that's a duty.
Exactly.
Be a great husband. That's a duty. That is something that of course, that comes with the territory. I'm not even. So the one life goal part I framed as in my world, church wise or job wise. Uh-huh. Those are the two other big things in my life, right? And mine would be to get my PhD.
Really?
Yes. Only because it's been a goal since I was a kid.
Okay.
And because and PhDs will get paid more. But also it kind of culminates my childhood dreams, right? I pretty much have all of my childhood dreams that I wanted.
You do. And that's very attainable.
And this one's very attainable as well.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like, I have all the ones that were attainable.
Like when you said one life goal and you have it in caps like that, I'm like,
I didn't have it in caps.
You're just talking about something that you could like achieve like very easily.
I'm not saying it's not achievable.
Okay.
I mean, my new life goal is this podcast being great. Uh-huh. And our children being proud of it in the long run. Mm-hmm. But my one life goal, for right now, I would say, yeah, get my PhD, which I think I will eventually. But it's just that's how I framed it in my head.
Oh, okay.
This question. What about you?
I would say, let's see, if you could achieve one life goal, I would probably say that I would want to be in a position to where like my family, like my entire family, like everyone around me would be comfortable. Oh. Not like wealth and riches and things like that, but like just a comfort level.
Yeah. Well, you're not stressing about financial things or about bills or about
like not even like monetarily, but like some monetary stuff kind of like brings on other issues.
Yeah.
So
or stressing about just the daily issues. Comfortable in where they are. Yeah, I'm with you. That's also attainable.
I guess.
I think so. You don't think so?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just, it takes the work that we've always been putting in our entire lives. So, okay, all right, we got plenty more questions.
Not plenty more.
Okay. If you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be? You got 3 words, Paige. Describe yourself.
I would probably describe myself as. I would describe myself as. See, this is like one you should have given us first.
And you don't have to make a sentence. It just says 3 words.
I know. There are so many words.
If you don't stop.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we on.
I didn't want to hit it.
Oh.
I would say that I am pensive or like curious.
Oh, you were giving adjectives. Okay.
Oh, I thought you mean like in 3 words, like. Oh, okay.
How do you want to do it? I had nouns in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say that I am. Yeah, like curious.
Pensive, curious, and what?
Pensive and curious are kind of one and the same to me.
Oh, okay.
I would also say that I am slightly relentless or determined. I am also A lot nicer than people think that I am.
3 words. How do you not know what 3 means?
Nice. Curious. Relentless. Well, I'm not. Determined. I'm going to say determined, not relentless.
You started with nice. Nice.
I am nice.
Anywho.
But what did you mean by describe yourself in 3 words? Like,
first of all, I did not come up with these questions.
Oh, okay.
I didn't type this. This is a picture file. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was like use 3 words to describe yourself.
That's why you said, and you put caps for 1. No, I didn't. That's somebody else's words. I just screenshotted it and put this on the thing. All right, but anywho, yeah, I didn't make this up to say describe yourself in 3 words. Now, in my head, I was thinking noun. So mine would be father, believer, teacher.
Oh,
that was how I did it in my head. Again, but it's to each his own.
Okay.
Those describe me.
Yeah.
Because those are things that I am.
Yeah.
So his description. So that's how I did it. She went deep. She said,
I thought
I'm nice, first of all. I'm nice.
Look.
Second of all, you ain't going to stop me because I'm determined.
Because we all know that you're the relationship favorite. I don't think people see the niceness in me.
I think they do once they know you.
See?
But if they don't know you, then... let's put it like this. If you don't know them, then you can take that first quality off the table.
Stranger danger, okay?
Steven, bruh, we are shooting a podcast. Get it together. You want to go play? All right, let's try this one here.
Go in the playroom third.
How high would you rate your confidence on a scale of 1 to 10? That's interesting.
Oh, wait.
Oh, well, okay, so I was about to... So, in my mind, when I read this one, I said, okay, confidence when? Because I'm the introverted, extroverted, whatever the phrase is. But I don't have confidence all the time in every situation, every circumstance, right? So
if you could average them all out, what would you give yourself?
So that's what I was thinking, the average of them. Because in certain situations, I'm a 10. Certain situations, I am a negative 34. Okay?
I feel it. I'm the same.
So if I could average them, I would say an 8.5.
Ooh, okay.
I think I'm pretty confident in my skin now. When we first met, you could have gave me about a 4, a 3, somewhere around there.
I mean, we were figuring out life at that point.
Well,
confidence was around that same rate for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Even though we all acted like we was 10s.
Well, that's the thing. I was about to say I would probably give mine like a 7 or 8, but a lot of times it's mostly like
fake it till you make it.
Right. Thinking like look, this is how you gonna walk in here and dare somebody to say something. Yeah. That's how it is.
Well, that's the thing. Like part of mine, or the lack of the times when I'm not confident is because I'm so anxious. My anxiety and now I'm overthinking myself. And I'm like you said, I'm thinking, okay, when I walk in this room, how people gonna see me? What am I thinking? Okay, what am I supposed to do? I think, okay, am I gonna do great at it? Whatever it is, right? And so your anxiety builds to where your confidence level just kind of, and then it starts showing on your face where people are like, you good? Yeah, of course I am, yeah. So I think that's where, at least mine, that's where mine goes, right? Where my mind goes to a certain place to where I start doubting myself off the bat. I start punching myself, beating myself up. You know
I remember in college, like one of my professors was like, you do know that you're really good. And she was like, you have like, I guess like pre-performance anxiety or something. And she was like, you execute very well in the moment. Yeah. It's just like right before it.
Oh, I destroyed the moment.
So she was like, work on that.
And you too, you kill in the moment. And when you're there, look, speaking of which, when you're in it, when you're birthing a child and you have to do it by yourself,
That was a completely different thing.
No. But I'm saying if you would have thought about it beforehand, literally you did.
Yeah.
There's no way. Uh-huh. Absolutely. But when you're in the moment, you're just like, oh no, this has to be done. So I have to make it happen. And so I'm here now. Let's do it.
I know it was more like, not even this has to be done, so let's make it happen. It was more like, this is happening.
Now this has to happen. Oh, it's going to happen.
Tighten up, Paige.
We here.
Well, don't tighten up, but...
Don't literally tighten up. Don't literally tighten up, man.
Get your act together.
Focus. Listen, what we got to do is... So, yeah. So, yeah. But, I mean, yeah, 7-8, still pretty strong.
Yeah.
Still pretty strong. Yeah.
I mean...
What?
Oh, no. Also, I say, is 7-8 kind of strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
Because I'm always like, if I don't, then who will?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 7-8.
Okay. Here's a separate question. Horsebacking on that. What would you say my confidence is, and what would I say your confidence is?
Ooh. I would say that it is kind of situational, but overall, I would probably rate you more of like a 9.
I was going to give you a 9.5.
Only because you're very like sure of yourself a lot. And like, especially like when you get into debates with people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, sometimes you've been making me sound dumb. Like, even if I know I'm right. I mean, not sound dumb, like feel dumb.
Oh, because of my confidence. I was just saying, gotcha.
Yeah, okay. like I have receipts and everything, and you like, Paige. And then you do like, Paige, really? And I'm like, hold up.
Well, okay, so with debates, I wasn't on a debate team, but my best friend was. Mm-hmm. And this is all we did. And I'm talking about Nikki. Mm-hmm. This is all we did. And it was always healthy debates.
Yeah.
It never got to, because we were best friends, so it never got to.
She is like the best in the game when it comes to that. Yes.
Intense.
She is.
She's a lawyer to this day.
Right.
But so we always got to healthy debates all the time to where, and that's, I think, where my confidence started to build, right? With, again, and it wasn't, sometimes we didn't even debate each other. It would just be, okay, well, we having a conversation with other people, and then they start arguing, and we on the same side. So we're like, what are you talking about? So we got to bring facts, we got to bring receipts, or just sound real confident.
Yeah.
And then you understand that, okay, winning, at least in debates anyway, winning debates has nothing to do with facts. Mm-hmm. It's who presents the best arguments, right? Hence lawyers.
Exactly.
so
that's why I like sometimes when you like, you try to like pitbull me like on purpose sometimes.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I'm like, okay, like that really does like strengthen my arguments and like make me pull out certain things like in hypos and facts, like because it says right like that, like yeah, that does really help me. And
so with confidence, I think it depends on the, like you said, the situation. With debates, I can do that all day. If it's a debate that I'm, of course, privy to and know at least something about. Yeah. Or have done some, boy, we are on this podcast. That I know something about. Whereas when it comes to like certain situations, and it's not a debate, or if it's like a group of people that I don't know, or if I'm walking into a situation that I'm not ready for, or if it's something that I think I haven't prepared as well as I could have for, those situations, my confidence is shot. Like because I know where my mind's going before. Now, once I get to actually in the room or get in the conversation or get in the situation, or I start presenting whatever material, then I'm fine. But the prelude to that, like you said, we have the new class. We have a new class at SLU. It's a brand new math class that we just implemented this past summer. Only a few instructors implemented it. I was not one of them. So I'm teaching now, math is still math. That ain't changed yet. But I'm teaching a brand new style as group work for the students, right? It's so I gotta shut up essentially. It's okay. It's all word problems or situational based. It's applied algebra, so it's not all that to say. Walking into every class this semester.
Third.
Walking into every class this semester, I'm like, I have no idea if this is going to work. Once I start talking, I'm done.
Right.
Okay, well, look, I know math. I know how to math. Math be math. Okay.
Math do be math.
Okay, anyway. All right, next question. What personality trait do you like most and least about yourself? Which one you like most about yourself? Let's start least. Which one you like least about yourself? Let's go there. This is not your microphone.
How I would say what I like least about myself is how I feel like when I first meet people.
Okay. So
like,
on guard.
Yeah. I automatically have like this huge wall up. It's kind of like hard to break through, and I don't know like what it is or like what it stems from. It's just that has always been me.
Yeah, I think you probably just built that protection around your
it's just I'm
your
so
personal
like,
peace, I want to call it.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm very like comfortable with myself. And so a lot of times I don't even notice that I'm doing it until like it's pointed out. Like, remember when Roger said that when we did the podcast with him? Mm-hmm. I was like, I didn't even notice that I was like coming off like that. Yeah. I was just being me, I guess. What personality trait do you like the most? Mm-hmm. I would say that I like how real I am. Okay. I'm never really sure if like being real is like a good or negative term.
Well, okay. To your point, those are related. Or to the point I was going to make, sorry. Those are related.
What you mean?
Your least and worst.
I guess.
Right?
Yes.
Because mine are related too. That's the reason why I'm pointing that out. So the quality you hate least about yourself is that you're on guard when you see people for the first time and meet people for the first time, but yet you're the realest you're the realest of the real.
Not the realest of the real.
And no way not to be the realest of the real and tell you, I don't know you like that, baby.
And that's the thing. And it's like, I kind of wish people would understand, like, it's like no shade to anybody.
Yeah.
It's just, this is who I am, and I'm not being like a butthole about it. Like, I'm not in nobody's face, or I'm not like blowing people off. Yeah. It's just,
I don't know you like that, babe.
Right. Like, I try my best, and like I'll speak, and like I'll do the cordial thing. Yeah. But there are certain things that I work on, like what we said earlier. Like those are things that I like actively work on. Yeah. Because you can definitely become like kind of comfortable in certain areas, and you forget that that's what you're working on. Yeah. But that's like something that I always work on. And then like the being like real portion is more so like I don't know. I do overthink things, but I think through things. I'm not very like impulsive. Yeah. Like I'm more of a what they say, measure twice, cut once type of person.
You most certainly are.
Yes. Because there has never really been
you measure 3 times.
Right. There's never really been a lot of room in my life to, backtrack.
Yeah. Ain't no frolicking over here.
Right. It takes a lot to, save yourself all the time. Mm-hmm. So instead of doing that, why not do it as best as you can the first time?
First time. Yeah. I'm with you. And again, so this is the quality I don't like most about myself is that I'm gullible.
You are.
I'm probably the most gullible person I know. Okay. I fall for everything. The what is it called? The something in the tailpipe, whatever it's called. I fall for it. All of it. Every single, and that's a huge thing when it's the opposite of her, when I'm getting to know people. I just fall for the nonsense.
That's all right. You got a beat behind.
I got a whole OG.
You got a beat behind.
Here, my son. But to the point I was trying to make is that, but my favorite quality about myself is that I'm so lovable. You
really are.
And so it's. I mean, I love on everybody, every person. I mean, not my students. I love on them in a different way, a distant way. But I love on everybody. I just love them.
That's why a lot of people always like, man, if you go on Steve's bad side, what did you do?
You done done
what did
wild
you do?
Stuff.
So many people say that. It's like it's so hard to get like on your bad side or like for you to be like done with somebody.
Yeah.
It's like you know somebody done like messed up.
I love on everybody.
You really do.
So, but
and you give a lot of people grace.
And again, that's to a fault at times. Hence the least one, right? Because I'll just be falling for it like, oh, you know, they be going through stuff. No, Steve, they just treating you bad. Okay, finally, I realized they just treating me bad. Okay, got it.
But you know, I think the world needs that.
Yeah.
I mean, because sometimes people don't need to be, you know, thrown out and like love hanging.
Yeah. It's just hard for me to reconcile my feelings.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice yourself for that.
Because if it go wrong and I gotta reconcile my feelings,
it takes you a long time.
I'm be here for a minute to get back. All right, okay, let's try another one. Okay, before I start crying on that one. Anyway,
exactly.
And what physical feature do you like most and least about yourself?
I'll
start talking about myself. Okay. At least growing up.
Here we go.
I didn't like my height. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something else.
No, I just didn't like my height.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm comfortable with my skin. Listen, you don't like my height. Well, what it was that I would get made fun of all the time. As most kids do.
Boys.
You gotta find, boys and girls. I mean, boy, look at your short self. That type of thing.
Like
middle school, elementary school, Paige.
Oh, really?
I was small. Diminutive, one might say. Okay. But so of course, like the taller girls would be, Mom, you don't. Now we used to use the M word. M. Okay, we don't know how to say that anymore. For little people.
Oh, okay.
So, but these, boy, if you don't get your little M out of here, you know, all the time. This is female saying this. They're like, you right, I'm small.
They're probably getting made fun of for being tall too.
Of course, but I'm just telling you my insecurities, right? So that would be my least favorite, especially growing up. Again, now I'm kind of fine with it. I mean, I've been in 34 years. I'm fine with my heights by now.
You made a lot of work out with your height, okay?
You hear me? All right. Anywho. But my most favorite, which also I used to get big fun of, was my natural strength. And I can still get made fun of, clearly, by her reaction just now. I call Steven Big Swole, this guy. Steven's very Big Swole, because he gets that natural strength from his father, without a doubt. My legs are rather strong.
He's not even that big.
He's not. My legs are rather strong, but also, I mean, like, even at church to this day, when we go to the property and they ask me to get on a job, I'm the muscle. You would think I'd be the brains.
Pulling down trees.
But I'm the muscle.
Doing all this?
Yeah, grabbing goats not pulling down trees, tackling trees. I had to tackle a tree one time a couple times to get the tree out of the roots. Anywho, But I'm proud of that because it's worked in my favor as well. Okay, it's worked when stuff needs to be done. Has it
really? Because y'all tear up everything.
It's worked in my favor. I'm proud of it, Paige. I said I'm proud of it, okay? It's what feature I like most about me. Okay, it's my physical feature anyway. I'm proud of that. Okay. I mean, and this I don't think this is including. I'm proud to be a melanated person in this world as well, right? So I didn't include that in my head, okay? Or a black person, or African American, or however you describe. I say melanated. So I'm proud of that as well. But physical, outside of that,
that's a given.
Yeah, that's a given. That's what I meant. That's a given.
Right.
That's a duty. That's
I'm about to say, like, that's your biggest feature. Like, right. Can't do nothing about that.
Okay. You never say biggest, though. You know I'm sure.
She's good.
All right. I think we'll pause the potty here.
Hey, podcasters. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also listen to our audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Have a good one.